If you want to travel to the UK in 2025 and you're wondering what are the new visa rules, then this video is particularly for you. On this video, we're going to break down the new updates for travelers in 2025 who want to go to the UK. I mean, we've been asking a lot of questions, right? Should we go with dependents? Should we not go with dependents? Can we still get jobs in the UK? Can we still apply for skilled work visa to the UK? This video is going to answer all of that, okay? I'm going to talk about each of the updates and I will tell you how you can be one step ahead. Now, I don't want you to miss point 5 because it is very, very crucial to your visa applications. So let's go right into it. For all those of you who are here for the first time, thank you for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I do appreciate the loyalty. For those of us stopping by for the first time, my name is Zuri and this is Travels with Z. On this channel, we talk about travel tips, immigration tips, as well as international opportunities. So let's jump right into it. I have my laptop here as usual. And like I said before, whether you're applying for a student visa, a work visa, or a study visa, or even family sponsorship, there is a lot you need to know. There are so many updates that you need to be mindful of, and I'll walk you through the updates. Like I said before, point 5 is extremely important, okay? Now, the first one I'm going to talk about here is higher financial proof for students and dependents. Just like Canada, the UK has raised its maintenance funds requirements for students who are coming into the UK. Now, if you want to study in the UK, you have to show in your proof of funds that you have enough money to cover your tuition fees, and you also have to show that you're able to take care of yourself for at least 9 months. Okay, it is very important. And for those of you who are taking courses that allow you to bring in a dependent or dependents, and by dependents I mean your spouse and your children, okay, here's the kicker. If you're bringing in dependents, you have to show that you can take care of them for at least 9 months, okay? That same duration, right? Aside from your tuition fees, okay? The proof of funds is higher. So what you need to do is don't underestimate how much you'll need. What I advise is make sure that you keep the money in your account. Now, the rule is for you to keep money in your account for at least 28 days, but I always tell people ensure that your proof of funds is grown and that you keep the money in your account for at least 3 months, okay? I know why I'm saying that, okay, because I've had experiences where some of my clients who I advised went in with their 28-day statement and there was an issue, right? So make sure that the money is in your account at least beyond 28 days. Another thing is ensure that you have sufficient amount of money. Too many Nigerians lose their visas or get denied their visas if that amount is dipped by even 1 day or 1 week, okay? So make sure that you don't fall into that category, okay? Make sure that you have more than enough. Nobody is going to ever be denied for having more than enough as long as you also respect the other rules, the other visa rules. Now, for those of you who are yet to watch my video on the mistakes that we make in proof of funds or when presenting our proof of funds, please go watch that video. I'm going to link it in the description below, okay? That video is going to tell you a lot about the common mistakes that you don't even know you're making when it comes to proof of funds, as well as how you can mitigate against those mistakes, okay? Now let's go over to number 2, stricter English language verification. Now this one this one is quite interesting because the UK is cracking down on English language test fraud. I was reading an article recently and it said that they have flagged Nigeria as one of the countries where applicants often use fraudulent test results. Okay, and in 2025 they are tightening how the English test certificates are verified. Okay, your English test certificate is going to be verified. So what I advise, it is just an English test. Just try your best and I'm sure you would be able to get a good enough mark. Okay, secondly, ensure that you're writing from an authorized center because it is very important. Ensure that you're writing from an authorized center, okay? And also ensure that the details on your results match exactly with what is on your international passport, okay? Please ensure that you do not take any shortcuts because you would risk getting a ban, okay? Now let's go over to the third one, restrictions on student dependence. I know that this particular point caused a lot of noise in 2024, but in 2025, it is fully enforced when it comes to the UK, okay? Most international students can no longer bring dependents like they used to be allowed, okay? Unless maybe you're on a postgraduate research program or a scholarship of some sort, okay? You have to check to be sure that you can actually bring in a dependent, but most Nigerian students are not allowed to bring in a dependent. So what I advise is you can plan ahead and go first, right? Go first and then bring your dependents through another route, or you can explore a course that allows you to do so, okay? If you can explore, do your research and explore a course that can allow you to bring your dependents. Let's go over to number 4. And on number 4, I wrote here the work visa salary thresholds. This is for people who are applying for the work visa. The UK has increased the minimum amount of salary that you need to apply for a skilled worker visa. And what does that mean? You know, for many Nigerians, this is the biggest barrier because previously you could get a job with a lower salary, maybe with a slightly lower salary depending on your field, but now the threshold is higher. And majorly, only jobs on the official shortage list can actually come in at lower salaries. If you want me to do a video on those kind of jobs, the jobs on the official shortage occupation list, just write in the comment section shortage list. So if you're planning to move through work, what you want to do is get roles in the shortage occupation list, like maybe healthcare, social worker, engineering, and so on and so forth. Anything outside that will be very tough because your salary needs to be high enough, okay? Now let's go on to number 5, and this is one that I told you you don't want to miss. And number 5 is tighter checks on visitor visa. Visitor visas to the UK are becoming tighter than ever, and that is because the UK is applying stricter checks on travel history, your financial background, and your ties to Nigeria. These 3 are very important because if they think you won't return, they will not give you that visa. You will be refused. Now, the reason why they ask or check your travel history is to be sure that you are actually a genuine traveler. If you want to learn more about travel history, I have a video where I talked about the importance of travel history, how to build your travel history, and also how to even use your travel history to your advantage, okay? So go check that out. I'm sure you would actually have fun with that video, okay? So now, if you are applying for a visitor visa, my advice is to strengthen your ties, okay? Strengthen your ties, strengthen your travel history, and also, equally importantly, your proof of funds has to be on point. The reason why these rules are stricter is because they don't want people who apply casually, okay? Don't apply casually thinking that it is a quick way to just test the waters, okay? Make sure that you're serious with your application. Now, the last one I'm going to be talking about here is your health surcharge and application fees increase. I'm talking about the IHS, that is the Immigration Health Surcharge. A lot of Nigerians don't budget that as well. Applying to the UK is now more expensive than ever because the IHS which you pay as part of your visa application has gone up, okay? Now, if you're budgeting, don't just save for maybe your tuition fees and the visa fee and your upkeep. Factor in the IHS also. Do your research and know what the service charge is, okay? Factor in your IHS and the other higher service charges. The mistake that a lot of Nigerians make is that they only factor in tuition and visa, and then they eventually become shocked when they realize that the price is higher, okay? When you see the actual figure at the end, you become shocked. So please factor in all these visa fees. Now, after all these points I have stated, what does this mean for you? I'm not saying that the UK is tightening the rules because they don't like you, because a lot of people will be like, oh, they don't like Nigerians anymore and that's why they're tightening the rules. No, yes, the UK is tightening the rules, but not to keep Nigerians out. They're not tightening the rules to block Nigerians entirely. what they are trying to do is to reduce the abuse of the system, okay? They're trying to focus on applicants who are financially stable, who are skilled, and are genuinely going for the right reasons. Now, if you plan early, you budget, and you apply strategically, you have a very high chance of getting your visa. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. If you like what I talked about in this video, please give me a juicy thumbs up. And if you're feeling generous, you can share this video with 1 or 2 people that you think would be interested in learning about the update in 2025 for traveling to the UK. And also, if you're yet to subscribe, I really want you to be a part of this community, and I want you to know when I come on live to answer your questions. So please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I come on live. Thank you so much once again. Make sure that you stay safe and keep traveling.